What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another review video. Big shout out goes out to HillMiles for reaching out to me and asking me to review one of their brand new electric dirt bikes. This is the MilePop1 model. And just for size comparison, I am 5'8", I weigh 160 pounds, and this is what I look like on this bike. Even though the bike is smaller, it actually feels pretty nice. The seat is very comfortable. As far as the suspension, we do have a front fork that's not adjustable, but it's okay. And the rear shock, really nice and plush. I can't wait to test it off-road. In this review, I'm going to go over everything there is to know about this electric bike. There will be chapters down below, so feel free to skip around to whatever part is of interest to you. But first, let's get started with the specs. So this is the all-new HillMiles MilePop1 electric dirt bike. It features a 2000 watt, 3000 watt peak mid-drive motor with 220 Newton meters of torque connected to a number 35 chain. This is coupled with a 48 volts, 25 amp hour battery. HillMiles claims that this should give you a range of up to 45 miles depending on riding mode and riding conditions, of course. We have a 60 by 100 14-inch front tire and 70 by 100 12-inch rear tire. This is coupled with hydraulic brakes front and rear with 190mm by 4mm thick rotor. That is very nice. We also have an inverted front fork as well as an adjustable rear monoshock for a smooth, comfortable ride. We have very small foot pegs, a very comfortable seat, and a Bluetooth speaker with 6 different types of sound. More on that later. And in the front we have a number plate style headlight with daylight running halo as well as a dual LED nighttime light. The total weight of this bike is 101 pounds with the max load capacity of 265 pounds, and the bike is UL certified. That is always good. And up on the handlebars we have our front brake and our full twist throttle. In the center we have a nice color display. And on the left side we have our rear brake, our on-off / mode selector button, headlight switch, and a horn. And that is pretty much it for the specs. Now, as far as the price, this current model goes for $12.99, and I will have a link in the description down below if you're interested in this bike. Now, if I'm not mistaken, it is currently on sale where you can save $200 off, making it $1,099. That is pretty crazy. Now, usually at this point, I do the speed test, but before I do the speed test, I want to show you a few things that stand out to me right off the bat. First and foremost is the looks of this thing. This thing looks badass. The body kit, the plastics on here, very nice. The next thing are the brakes. Insane brakes for this type of bike. Pretty crazy. It's like pit bike brakes. I tried finding the exact measurements, but I couldn't find it. It seems to be around 190 millimeters, but it's 4 millimeters thick. Very good for a small bike like this. And the last thing I want to mention is this bike has this speaker over here. Hopefully you guys can see that well. And what it does is plays different motor sounds. I think there are 6 different ones you can choose from, as well as a Bluetooth speaker where you can play your music. But when you turn the bike on, check this out. That's crazy. And if you're in mode 0, check this out. That's pretty cool. Now you might find it cheesy, but for a kid that might be cool. You can change the sounds by holding this button. That is pretty cool. Or if you don't want it, you just hold it down or press on it and it turns off. Pretty interesting. Just wanted to mention that. But with that being said, let's jump into our speed test. Now, before I do the speed test, I do want to show you the starting procedure. Pretty simple on this bike. All we have is an on-off switch. So once you're on the bike, hit this on-off button for a few seconds and the bike will turn on. Turning on that sound, of course, if you don't want to, you have to disable it by pressing the button on the side. Now, this bike does have 3 pedal assist modes. 0 means no throttle. And then we have 1, 2, and 3. For our speed test, I'm going to be testing speed mode 3. So I got my phone GPS app open, speed reset, and let's see how fast this thing can go. Okay, so they have a little delay. It's like a split second, half second delay for the motor to kick in. It has a lot of torque, but it doesn't want to lift the wheel. I guess it's for safety is what it's for. Bike is showing 31, which is the max speed of this bike. Now, to be honest with you, it feels totally locked. Like, this motor has a lot more to give. It's just capping itself at 31, but let's see. I'm gonna stop right here. That should have been long enough for my GPS to catch up. And let's see what our results say. Anything close to 30, I'll be happy. No way. So my phone's GPS is showing 32.5. That is beautiful. We managed to get 1.5 miles per hour faster than advertised, and that's with my weight, 160 pounds on this thing. That is really nice, because typically you get less than what the advertised speed is, so I'm very happy with that. That was very nice. And on a tiny bike like this, it feels like you're flying, so that's very nice. And at the same time, I do feel like this motor has way more to give. I'm sure if I can connect to the controller and update some of the settings, you might be able to go faster, because it definitely feels limited. But anyways, that was our highly successful speed test. Now let's do our brake test, and these are hydraulic brakes, as you saw in the spec section, that are almost an overkill for a bike like this. But regardless, I'm gonna make my way up to 20 miles an hour and brake at this light pole in 3, 2. This thing locked up right away. All right, so from that light pole to where I'm at, we're looking at about 15 to 18 feet, something like that. That is an estimate, of course. So about 15 to 18 feet from about 20 miles an hour. Now, one thing to keep in mind is, obviously, guys, these are brand new, and they're only going to get better with time as they bed themselves in, and you should expect better results. But regardless, that was our brake test. Now let's talk about the riding experience. And man, is this thing fun. It's so small, you can carve on here, and the tune, this thing is so zippy. It has a lot of torque. Like I said in the speed test, it doesn't give you all the torque right off the bat. I think it's done for safety reasons, and I'm sure if you connect to the controller you can change that. But once you are going, it's immediate torque. This thing is crazy. Now, I tried to get information on the sprocket. Unfortunately, I couldn't get any information online, and it's not written on the sprocket. Usually there's a mark saying how many teeth are in the sprocket. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not going to sit here and count every single one, but it's about the same size as a Sur-Ron, so it might be around 48 teeth. As far as the chain, it is directly connected to the motor, and it's a number 35 chain. On the smaller side, but it's a commonly used chain on like go-karts and bikes like this, so shouldn't be a problem. If you do plan on upgrading the shit out of this bike, then eventually you might want to replace the chain, but for what it has right now, it's pretty good. And this thing is very nimble, very zippy, and the suspension on this thing is absolutely insane. Now again, I weigh 160 pounds. This is, you know, if a kid rides on this thing, the suspension will be so much nicer. But even with my weight on it, it's handling it with no problem. Let's see how it does over a bump over here. Oh yeah, like butter. That is crazy. Very nice. And it gets up to speed so quick. Let's try another bump over here. So nice. Very, very zippy. Alright, let's see how this thing does with a little curb hop. Ooh, I think I might have bottomed out the forks. So far, very impressed with this thing. Another thing to keep in mind is we have 3,000 watts for the price, $12.99, and again, it's on sale right now as of the time of making this video, which is early November. There is a sale. I'm not sure how long it's gonna last, but it's $200 off which is insane because all of the other competitors are at a bit of a higher price range, and some of them aren't even 3,000 watts. They're like 2,500, 2,600. So this is a very, very nice deal over here for what you're getting for the money. Absolutely insane. Now, as far as the sitting position, to me, very comfortable. Again, I'm 5'8" and it works for me, so for a kid this should be perfect. The seat though, that's just on another level. It is fairly thin, but very, very soft and comfortable. I really like the seat. As far as power though, this thing just wants to go. Definitely has a lot of torque and a lot of power even for that small sprocket. Man, does this thing get up to speed so quick. Now I've been riding for over 5 miles and my battery bar is still full. Obviously we're not at 100, but just me with the throttle down constantly, battery bar hasn't budged, which is really good sign. You should get decent enough range with this battery. 25 amp hours, that's pretty good. But now it is time for us to test its off-road capabilities and push this thing to the limit. As far as power, it should be good enough, so I'm not that concerned about the power. I'm testing more like the suspension. Like this part right here is very bumpy. Let's see. Okay, handle it no problem. And we got some hills over here. This thing is handling them with no problem. Whew. Okay. Now we have our first obstacle in the form of this hill climb. That is very steep. It may not come across on camera, but this thing is crazy. Definitely handling this terrain with no problem. And I'm just flying over here. Again, the suspension on this thing is so soft that it will definitely benefit from someone a bit lighter, but it's still handling my weight no problem. And so far it's doing pretty well with my weight over here. That rear is extremely plush. Man. Okay. Let's go over here because there is a hill climb that I want to test this thing on, and this area is very bumpy, as you can hear, but this bike is having no problems. Holy cow. Very, very impressive, guys. For the size of this thing, that is very impressive. Okay, we arrived at the infamous hill climb, and if this thing is capable of conquering that, then it has my vote. Let's see. Oh man, now again, it might not come across on the GoPro, but it is very steep. And oh man, no problems for this thing. Dude, what a crazy bike. Such a sick little bike. I'm really, really impressed with this thing. The brakes on here are so good. Very good. You feel so confident because of the brakes. Man, this thing is crazy. Alright, let's stop real quick. I kind of like to stop and test different parts of the bike, especially after a rough off-road section like that. I'm looking at the headset, which looks pretty good, or did any of the fenders get loose, things like that. And everything looks and feels very solid. So, what do I think about the HillMiles MilePop1 electric dirt bike? Let's do things I like, things I don't like, and is this thing good value for money or not? I'll start with things I like, and there are many, so I'll try to be quick. I love the design and looks of this bike. Very, very nice. I love the suspension. It is on the softer side for someone my weight, but it's a very nice suspension. I'm loving the brakes, the tires, the power of the motor. All of that is very, very nice, and I'm loving that color display. And the seat, very comfortable. Now let's do things I don't like. I always try to find at least one, just so I'm honest with you guys. In this case, it's like, let's call it 1.5. So we'll start by the top speed. Yes, we were able to hit a higher top speed than advertised, and that's always nice and welcoming, but it does feel limited. I know this motor has a lot more power to give. Hopefully I can find a way of unlocking it and tapping into the controller and unleashing the full potential. This bike has a lot of potential. So even though I managed to hit a higher top speed than advertised, and that's good, I'll still put it with my dislikes because I feel like there's more power over here. The last thing I'll add to my dislikes is the sounds. So when you turn the bike on, no matter when, it turns on the sounds automatically. I wish there was a way to disable it. Now, yes, you can turn it off as soon as you turn the bike on, but it gets a little annoying. I just hope there was an on-off, a permanent on-off button to not have the sounds come in, but that's another thing I'll add to my dislikes. But with all that stuff being said, is this thing good value for money or not? Again, we're talking $12.99, and that is without the current discount. Again, I'll have a link in the description down below. I think it's an amazing value for money, considering that most of these bikes nowadays are about the $1,500, $1,600 mark. So $1,300, that is very nice. And as I mentioned earlier, as of making this review, early November 2025, they do have a $200 off coupon, which makes this $1,099, and that is absolutely ridiculous. Again, I'll have a link in the description if you're interested in this bike. Now, I'm pretty sure I was able to go over everything there's to know about this electric bike, but in case I missed anything, please leave it in the comment section. I will do my best to answer. Also, what do you guys think about this bike? I want to know your thoughts down below. This has been the HillMiles MilePop1 electric dirt bike review. I appreciate you guys watching as always, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.